Good evening, traders, and welcome to Phoenix Blues Trading Tuesdays. Okay, so we're just going to have a quick run through any current open positions, some pending orders we've got there, and any market updates. So you've got a good plan of action for the week ahead. Okay, so first position we're going to look at is Kiwi dollar that we've been running since the 29th of December. We've got a nice sell position at 68.60. We've got a lovely sell-off. The market has behaved beautifully for us. Now, we've added in again to this position today off a 4-hour chart. You can see we've got support, breakthrough. The market's come back up into retest. We sold this shooting star here. Unfortunately, we're in a bit of a negative position on this particular trade, but that's part and parcel of trading. Okay, we're looking for ultimate targets of 63.20, which are these lows down here, and then what we'll look for is a break and close below on the weekly chart below these lows, and then a retest, and we'll look to get short again if that happens. Next open position, we've got our Aussie USD. We sold here, top of the wedge. Initial targets were the bottom of the wedge, and then we've added in 2 or 3 times through here on the back of the China news when the Shanghai collapsed overnight and the circuit breakers triggered. So we hit a nice bit of intraday trading through here, and then today some of our clients have gone short in our trade alerts in at 69.50, hitting first target and stops at break even. We've also got a limit order in at 70.45, just in case we get a nice market retracement up in and around the 618, but also a nice bit of structure here as well. So we've got those limit orders sat there. We've had a close below the 2015 lows. So if we look at this on weekly chart, we'll see that we've got significant downside here. We can see nice big market downside momentum. We're bound to have a little bit of a correction, and we'll look for further downside, maybe 63, 65. We'll look at further targets on this particular currency. Euro dollar adding to our positions, again buying US dollar strength. We went short euro dollar at 109.70, stops at 1.1010. We hit our first target with a 75 pip target. Second position, our stops are at break even, with looking at taking our money off in here at 108. Before we add into this position, we'll be looking at getting short at 108, again providing we get a close below targeting 106s. We have taken the inverse of this trade, which is the dollar Swiss. We've got a longer term trend line which we can see through here, and a shorter term one that's had probably about 8 touches running through here. Now we got long here, at 99.70, where we see the market test of 50% retracement plus this nice bit of structure through here. We hit first targets at 10060, with second targets up here at 1.03. We'll be looking for close above this area here at 1.0125, and when we get a close above here, we'll probably look to add into our long dollar Swiss position up to 103s. We're also long gold. We got long gold once this trend line here was broken. We can see it broke up significantly, came back to retest. We were long at 1075, stops at 1055. We have reduced risk a little bit moving our stops up, but we're waiting now for a daily close above 1100, and then we'll move our stops underneath this low here. First target is at 1120 with additional targets at 1220. We will be managing our stops on this based off daily and weekly movements. Our protege clients will know exactly where we're moving our stops. If you do want to know how we're doing that, you'll have to email in at info@phoenixblue.co.uk to inquire about our programs. Next trade we're currently short is CAD Yen. We added in on this on an intraday basis, which was through here. Target 1 was 80.70, which was this blue line here. So we've had one part of our trade out. Second trade, we've got stops at break even through here, and we're targeting a weekly move here. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Well, we've got test, 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 test. Last week we had a test and closed below here, and we're looking at hopefully getting in on a 4-hour time frame and capturing a weekly move. If we've done this right, we'll get a handsome return out of this. Right now we can't lose, and we've banked money, so it's a great position to be in. One trade we are losing money on at the minute is sugar. I'm just going to show you this now. So we sold sugar about 7 weeks ago through here. After a strong move up, the commercials were aggressively selling sugar, which we can see on our commitment of traders. This is something we teach in our programs. Again, if this is something you want to know about, you will have to email in at info@phoenixblue.co.uk. Our website will be live soon, and you can follow us on Instagram at Phoenix Blue Trading. So we are in a negative position, but not by much. If we are wrong and we get stopped out, well, we are protected, and we never risk more than 1% of our accounts. So we do manage our risk very, very well. And generally we're trading at small risk and look to add into positions to create a bigger return as it moves. Okay, so that's all our open positions at the minute. In terms of another intraday trade we took today, this was something we took on cable, which is GBP USD. We took this on the 1 hour chart, so it's highlighted through here. Now I'll show you the 1 hour chart, what we're looking at. We can see this channel that was running beautifully. The market came back up in to test it. Now what you'll see is a big move up, exhaustion, inside candle, then a sell off. We sold on the low here, stops above here, and targeted the 1 hour double bottom. Handsome return, couple of percent, easily in the day. There's our money for intraday trading, and we're out. This red line here was 2010 monthly lows. I was expecting a bit of a bounce on this, but literally it's just come down, smashed straight through. So we will be looking to get short on cable, but only on any retracements. Ideally, I'd be looking for the 145.60 area, or we can look at potentially getting back in on this area here, but to me it's not a big enough retracement. If we are going short here, it will be on an intraday basis, and I will be looking to get my money out pretty quickly. Okay, next things we're going to look at are the global indexes. Okay, so we're going to look at the S&P 500. I'm going to go up to a weekly chart. So we'll see here we've got a significant trend line. We're looking at see if this market is going to close below here. Now, if I go to the daily chart, you'll see that the market had a bit of a bullish start to the day, and it's finishing off pretty weak. I'd guesstimate that this is something to do with the GDP figures announced by China last night, that they did actually hit their target on what they were expecting, 6.8%. Now, I would have expected a bit of a rally. I would have thought the markets might have seen that as a bullish sign. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, the market sold off again. So maybe the uncertainty is still there, which adds confidence to buying yen, safe haven assets such as gold. So I'm just going to show you the PMI numbers that came out of China for the year. And just to give you an indication in the manufacturing numbers, anything above 50 shows expansion, which is here, and anything below 50 shows contraction. So we'll see that only February last year the numbers were above 50, but for the last 10 straight months they've been in contraction. So really, have those figures been manipulated? Who knows? But looking at the markets, the certainty isn't there for sure, because we've seen a sell-off. So the things that we can look out for now will be a break and close below this trend line. And we'll see that that's correlated on the Dow Jones as well. On the weekly chart, we've got the 16,000 and 15,000 barriers that are significant. Now, in terms, how can we relate that to currencies if you don't trade the indexes? Well, all you have to do is look at the dollar yen. Okay, so the dollar yen safe haven. Here we've got a double top, 116 to 116.20. This is our major supply demand zone. If this breaks, what you'll find is a correlation between this and the global indexes. Expect to see further downside. If we get a close below this level, look to sell on the retest, and we'll be looking at targeting maybe the 110 area. And that's what we're going to do at Phoenix Blue anyway. So guys, I hope Trading Tuesday has been very useful for you. Have a great evening, and please follow us on Instagram at Phoenix Blue Trading, and I look forward to seeing you on next week's Trading Tuesday.